I want to propose a question to those of you that are martial arts practitioners, masters especially, grandmasters, and all of those other high-ranking officials in particular systems and styles, as it were. I want to ask you the question. This is not to vilify anyone or to have an indictment against anyone. It's just an honest, pragmatic question. Have you done enough as a martial artist? And are you doing enough as a martial artist? You see, I'm going to use myself first, humbly, and say that I don't believe that I have done enough. Now, being the founder of the system of Jin and Do, after studying many disciplines throughout my life and my career, there comes a time when we must look back at where we were, our beginning in the martial arts, and recall what our purpose was, how we were originally inspired, uh, envisioning what we were doing, what we were doing it for. And I was taught as a child, a very young child in the martial arts, about honor, loyalty, respect, and diligence. But it seems as we age across the board, irrespective of what the discipline is, we tend to have forgotten that it's a journey. It should be a journey, at least. Albeit there have been many, many people that have embarked on this martial arts thing and have quit. They have slowed down, they have become slack, and there are some who have lost interest in martial arts, and there are some that have never ever been passionate at all. It was just simply the thing to do back in the 60s and 70s, at least. I was not one of those individuals, but what I have realized about myself is that I have aged, and with that age, even though I am good at what I do, and I speak humbly, some would like to say that he's very, very good, but I realize that through the passage of time, we have a tendency to forget what our original purpose was. Not goal, but purpose. Some people have become too commercial. Some people have, who are instructors, that is, have fostered a lot of weak students that don't have the passion that they once had, the teacher, that is. And it's unfortunate. I've had people come through my ranks and they've gone. Now, I should add this footnote that martial arts is not for everyone, especially if you are truly invested in studying the art of pugilism and the fighting arts. And it's one of the only endeavors that, one of very few endeavors that you will ever embark on in your life that is totally centered around discipline. Not just simply physical discipline, but mental discipline, period. That encapsulates everything else. It is the greatest form of discipline that I have ever known, outside of being in the military, which was just an add-on, if you will. But martial arts, I've learned a great deal of life lessons in the martial arts. I've learned about myself as a person. I've learned about my physiology, and that's what I'm getting at. As you're aging, you shouldn't just simply go sit down in an easy chair and raise your feet and start becoming inactive. I've heard people say that they were going to retire and have retired from certain martial arts styles or systems. I don't believe in retirement. There's no such thing. The only time that we can actually quit or retire is when we can no longer do anything at all. When we die. So, this video is to admonish, encourage those that are masters, grandmasters, gurus, and to encourage you to keep going and to try and remain relevant, not just by name, not on your past alone. Your past means absolutely nothing in contrast to today. There are so many people that walk around and they've gained an excessive amount of weight as instructors. There's no reason for that. Many of them, and I hate to say, sad to say, many of them have become alcoholics. Some were even alcoholics during their process of growth. That's unfortunate. Some have become obese, very obese, if you will. Some are womanizers, creating havoc inside their dojos and dojanes, dating students and just fooling around. Some of them love the bar scenes, the partying spirits. I've never been that person. Now, I'm not saying I'm the greatest person in the world, but I stand firmly on what the principles of the martial arts actually should be, not what people want to make it out to be. Because people will find excuses and people will find reasons to excuse themselves away from being responsible and accountable. They'll find reasons. It's because they don't really have the discipline. And mostly, they've never had the discipline. And most of them have never really been passionate about the craft itself. So, as time progresses, the real person shows up. Now, I can say that about many. I don't need to personify anyone, but I can say that about many people who have started out supposedly on the journey and they've fallen away. I know people who have received their black belts and they quit. It's like it's an accomplishment, right? That person was not serious. Not long term. I've been doing this thing since the age of 10. And I'm 62 plus now. And I have never quit. Never thought about quitting. Even with my arthritic condition, I continue to teach. I continue to write. I continue to hold events until I can no longer do it. So, this is an admonishment again to people who claim to be a master. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not sorry. There has to be a standard that one must embody and one must act upon that separates the mediocre from the elite. Not everyone will be elite. That title is not deserving of everyone. But there will be many average people in the martial arts. And there's no need to wish that you were greater than average if that's all your heart says that you are or have the strength to be a participant in. There will not be very many Michael Jordans, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant's, Michael Jackson, Jimi Hendrix, Prince, or Bruce Lee. It takes a certain type of individual to pull from within and to expose and expound without the essence of what they say they really are and believe in. So I'm saying this to my shame too as a human being. Because of all of the distractions in the world, oftentimes we can forget. We can become sidetracked. and step away from the thing that we said we really loved, said that we loved. So this message is for everyone that's listening to me that's a martial arts practitioners, or those that are possible future martial artists, masters, grandmasters. It's for you, and it's a reminder to me to never quit. Try every day, every waking moment of your life to be the best version of yourself without excuse. Everyone has an excuse. Excuses don't get anything done. Understand that. So I'm saying again, this is a reflection back to me, the person, the man, the grandmaster, the teacher, the role model, the one that my students look up to and even the general public looks up to as being the one who has no excuses, who keeps doing the thing that he proposes, that he says that he loves and that he's passionate about. It's for me too. So I have started doing better. That is not to berate myself, but I've started to do better, even better than I did yesterday. Because I love me, and I love what I do, and I have to be a representative of what I say I am. I wish you would do the same, instructors, practitioners, enthusiasts even. Be the best you that you can possibly be, not just in word, because word itself means absolutely nothing, but do it in deed, in your actions. So, this is one man to many men and women. This is one instructor to many instructors and prospective instructors. Get rid of the excuses. Throw your pack of cigarettes away. Throw your liquor away. Get back in the gym and start training with no excuse. Because people are watching you and have always watched you. And there's a big, distinct difference in that which is real and a counterfeit. Your past doesn't matter anymore. That's water under the bridge. That's where you were. It's not a matter of what you have accomplished alone in your past. It's what you're doing today. This is Grandmaster Reginald Stroud Sr., affectionately known as Brother Teacher, in Ohio and in the world. Stay safe. Stay hard.